Welcome to Court Helicopter News. Today we are dealing with a very controversial topic about the custody of a child. As a father, have you ever been denied to see your child because you have differed with the mother of the child? As a mother, have you claimed that this is your child and therefore you go and put in your birth certificate that name of father, XXX. Do you own this child alone? Can you deny the person you gave birth with rights of access of this child? So today, it is that explosive. We are dealing with the question of custody. Custody, not the police custody, but there are two types of custody. One, it is called actual custody, care and control. This is the person who is staying with the child on a day-to-day basis. Two, there is what is called legal custody. Legal custody means the father and mother have got to jointly decide on critical decisions about a child. One, the name of the child, both of them must decide. Two, the school where the child will go and the type of curriculum, the father and mother must decide on that child. Three, if the child wants to leave the country, the father and mother must get consent to take that child out of the country. Lastly, on the question about marriage, the father and mother have a right to be consulted. And lastly, if the child dies, how the child's final interment will be done. So, in essence, the law in Section 101 of the Children's Act looks at a child as a form of a company with shareholding. The mother has 50 shares and the father has 50 shares. So you cannot claim that you have, this is my child alone. The law says this is both of you, your child. So how will the court decide who will be given actual custody, care and control? Listen. Number one, in principles to be applied in making a custody order are found in Section 103 of the Children's Act. What does it say? The first principle A, the court will look at the conduct and wishes of the parent or guardian of the child. How have you had the conduct? Have you conducted yourself as a father? How have you conducted yourself as a mother? Are you the mother who is absent? Are you the mother who does not breastfeed your child? Are you the mother who is a drunkard? Are you the father who doesn't know the homework of that child? That condition, your conduct as a mother or as a father. Number B is the wishes of the biological parents. What would be the wish of the biological parents? B, it talks about the ascertainable wishes of the relatives of the child. The community will be asked, have you ever known that the community has a right to comment because they know you? So the wishes of the relatives of a child. 3, the wishes of the child. Very fundamental. That child will be asked, do you want to stay with Omari as your father? Do you want to stay with Mary as your mother? The wishes of that child are dependent on the age. The court says, the law says, you take account the child's evolving capacity. So children above 11 years, 12 years, can be asked their opinion about who they want to stay with. But that opinion is not final. The court can ignore that opinion if the opinion of the child is contrary to its interest. So the wishes of your child are very, very important. I know fathers from now will want to buy children telephone handsets, you buy them whatever they want, so that in the context of court, you will be found to be the suitable parent. Fourth, the court will look whether the child has ever suffered any harm in any of the parents' hands. So, you are the mother. You have been staying with this child. The child was left when the father left without any burns. This child has been burned, jiko, mchoma, sijui what has happened. The court will say you are unfit. Two, the court will also look whether there is likely to be a future harm. For example, is this child likely to suffer if it moves from this place to another? Fifth, the court will look at the customs of where the child comes from. What are the traditional customs where the child is coming from? For example, it is a custom where a mother, if she conceives, she leaves that child to her father. If you force that mother to go with that child, that mother is likely to kill that child. Or the child will have nowhere to go, because the customs say a child cannot be brought here who the mother is not married. So the customs are very, very critical in that. Then they look at the religious persuasion of the child. For example, this is a child who has been born a Muslim. You want to remove that child to go with a parent who is a Christian. The court will insist the religion of the parent is taken care of the child is taken care of. So, in deciding who gets the custody, the court will look at what is the best interest of that child. Courts have denied custody, actual custody, to mothers. In the old, it was automatic. Once the child is of tender years, the mother gets custody. Today, the court looks at who is the best person fit to get custody. Whoever gets custody, number two, the other one must get access. Access is defined in the following terms. The father will have access of that child, either unlimited access, which means there are no objections or hindrances in the father seeing the child or the mother seeing the child. Two, a structured access is where if the father or the mother has been found that he or she can harm the child, the other one who has been given custody will be required to be present every other time when that other party has access. Three, a nanny can go with the child from the mother's house to the father's house to stay there. What does the modalities of access entail under the law? Every father and mother are equal. So, during school holidays, the holidays will be divided into two. The father will have either the first half of the holiday, the mother will have the second half of the holiday. What about festivities? There are two major festivities known by the Children Act, that is Christmas, holidays, and Easter. So it is in alternate. If the father had access over Easter, the mother will have access on Christmas. Next year, it will reverse. What about weekends? The father will have this alternative weekend to have access. The other alternative weekend will have mother. Why is this like this? The law says these are the biological parents of the child. Then the question is, you have a child, you don't know the father, you were raped, or you got somebody in school who impregnated you, you are a single mother and you don't know this person. You have gotten a card, you want to go abroad. You have got to come to court, swear an affidavit saying the circumstances of the birth of this child. You seek for what is called sole custody. Only sole custody will allow you to travel out of the country without the other party being consulted or consent being sought. The courts are very slow to give you sole custody because you might escape with a child of a father who doesn't know that you have escaped. Your argument is like mine. Why should I share custody? Why should this man see my child and yet he has never provided? He has never been there. We shall answer that in the next episode that follows the topic, maintenance of children and the law. Wakili Danstan Omari. Thank you very much.